Just look at this. Wow, wow, wow.
It's just, I have no words.
Molly on a cliff.
That's picture perfect. Welcome to our tiny home, our little shipping container here in Kazbegi. Gamajos.
Good morning, guys, from the Georgia Military Highway, Georgia. A lot has actually changed since you last saw us on the Black Sea coast. We're having to cut our trip in Georgia short and fly home. There's been a family emergency. We'll probably explain more in a few videos time, but to take our mind off it, we thought we would try and explore a little bit more of this country before we left. And we are on the Georgia Military Highway heading to the Greater Caucasus and the village of Kazbegi. We are actually really excited to be on this road. There's so many really cool stops, and it's actually the road connecting Georgia and Asia through the Caucasus. It was actually originally like a route with just horses back in the 1st century, but then in like the 1800s, soldiers came in and made the road, well, not the exact road that we're seeing today, but the route, and it is known as the most beautiful road in Georgia. And we're actually stopped off at our first stop on the road, and that is the Ananuri fortress. Always risking it.
Should not be walking on the side of a very old wall, but this is only going to be a very quick stop. It's so touristy. I didn't expect it. I don't know what I expected, considering it's on the road and it's a really easy stop when you're traveling. But its earliest points, it dates back to the 13th century. A lot of it didn't survive. There's suggestions or rumours that it's much older than that, and there was original things, but obviously nothing survived, and they're renovating it right now, so it doesn't look the best. But you've got
two rivers meeting,
monastery, two rivers meeting, and the Zaveli water reserve. Also, it looks better from outside. Also, just wanted to point out, if you've seen our socks.
Oh yeah, hold on, we will show you the socks in the car.
I didn't want anyone to look at them and think I look crazy, but they're the best socks ever.
So yeah, we bought
matching Hatchapuri socks.
Oh, it was worth taking the walk up the wall that you're probably not meant to walk up, but look, you have the monastery. Is it a monastery? Monastery behind me, and then you can see where the two rivers meet. It is touristy. A lot of the stops along the Georgia Military Highway will be, because people can just combine all the stops and Kazbegi sort of in a day, which is a shame. We actually have a night in Kazbegi, which is why we want to get there early, not do the 9 stops, and make the most of it. Just look at this.
It's crazy how everything can change so quickly. So obviously all of our plans have completely changed, and we used GoTrip again. We used them before. Where did we go when we used them? It feels like ages ago, because everything's been a bit of a blur, but we're using them again today and for the rest of the trip for the next day or two, because we only have 2 days and a short space of time. But we did actually get the train back from Batumi yesterday morning to Tbilisi, and yesterday we spent the day in Tbilisi just getting everything sorted. It's actually where we picked up our Hatchapuri socks, which are probably the best purchase of the trip.
Wow, wow, wow. Welcome to the Upper Caucasus. After about another hour's drive, we have made it to the Russia-Georgia Friendship Monument, but really the Upper Caucasus. We are now in the mountains. We're going to go and see the monument in a minute. Again, it's a bit of a busy stop. We've walked off to this viewpoint away from everyone on our own. The monument itself was actually built in '83 during the Soviet Union for the friendship between Soviet Russia and Georgia. I don't know the situation about that today, but the views from up here are absolutely breathtaking. We couldn't come to Georgia without visiting the Caucasus.
is definitely a typical Soviet structure with the strange semicircle.
The best located Soviet monument in history.
It really is, and inside there is a mosaic. Of course, it wouldn't be a Soviet structure without a mosaic, and it basically tells you the history of Georgia and Russia, which we don't know too much about. I'm here for the view.
It doesn't get much better than this. You have the huge Soviet monument, mosaic, and the views all around me. Wow, just look, the snow-capped mountains. There's actually a few little stalls down there, so you can get some drinks, you can get some honeys from the locals. And then check this thing out, look at it, it is
It's a monstrosity.
wow, but the mosaic is beautiful.
It's pretty unreal.
And then you've got the history of the two countries. I don't know what it says, something in 1783, something in 1983. I presume all the, maybe the victories they had together and history that they've shared.
We've obviously found the secret spot that's not so secret. This is underneath the monument and you're basically out on a cliff edge. Wow. We're so lucky. We actually have the viewpoint. Watch your feet, please. Ooh,
Oh my god, that drop.
Ourselves. That is one hefty drop. Look at that though. Can you believe it?
It's the money shot. Can you, like, they've got the Soviet monument, which is great in itself, but then to just chuck in the Greater Caucasus Mountains, snow-capped peaks,
It's just, I have no words.
and Molly on a cliff.
That's picture perfect. And with me.
This is just drastic. I haven't got words for it. Why go to Switzerland when you can come here and have a Soviet mountain? The absolute funnest. They are both definitely the two stops that I'd recommend if you want to do Kazbegi and explore Kazbegi as well. If not, you can do loads more, but you won't have as much time for Kazbegi. You can even paraglide there. Paraglide? Windglide? Windsurf?
Paraglide.
Windsurf, I think, or paraglide. it's one of the two, not windsurf. I don't know. Be prepared though. The toilets, I think, are also from the 1980s. It wasn't great, but we've got 45 minutes left till we get to Kazbegi. We're heading even higher, up to around 1,700 meters above sea level, and the views out this window, they're breathtaking.
Welcome to our tiny home, our little shipping container here in Kazbegi. I really don't know what to say. I have no words. Spectacular, unbelievable, amazing,
As soon as we arrived, I was like, whoa.
This is everything and more. So when you come in, you have our lovely double bed. It's actually surprisingly roomy. I think you don't realise that they're going to be roomy, but they are. We have a Netflix TV. I
didn't think you'd get this in the mountains.
Yeah, I didn't think you would even get good Wi-Fi, so that's a plus. We have aircon, we have our tea, we have our coffee, a minibar, importantly. Loads of storage space. I think, hang on, because I can feel heat. I think
it's a heated mirror.
Everything is heated. I think we even have heated flooring. We have, it's a big bathroom. It's bigger than some hotel bathrooms we've had. And then the jewel.
Oh.
Look at this.
Hold on, let me just look at that view. Whoa!
Welcome to Kazbegi. It doesn't get much better than this.
Oh yeah, and I've just realised that in the shower, it has speakers and you can play the radio. There's only 5 of like these container type lodges here, and we're staying at the Landscapes Hotel.
Oh, I'm going to join you.
Hello. These views, honestly, the drive here was so worth it. Unfortunately, we only have the night because we need to get home. But you can do incredible hikes here. I'm tempted to do a small hike. We don't have long. We are still not sure because I'm sat here and this is amazing. I'm looking at
unreal
snow-capped mountains in front of me, snow-capped mountains behind me, and downstairs we have like a little chill-out area with a PlayStation and everything that's inside. And then in the other one, if the weather is good tonight, because so far the weather has been amazing, we are going to be able to have like a little, what do you call it, a bonfire?
Campfire.
A campfire. I've had a coffee in a better
Just right, better location. Look at this, just looking out at the snow-capped mountains. I mean, I'm looking out at the monastery that you can hike to. The hike takes 3 hours. So 3 hours up, 3 hours down. Look around at the monastery, amazing views. There is no way we're gonna make that. It will get dark. There's Caucasian shepherds, and I am not getting attacked by one of them. Also, we wouldn't have time. We wouldn't have time to appreciate this place, go and see the town. You can get a driver to take you up to see it, but I feel like it sort of defeats the object. You either hike to it or don't see it and just like look out at the mountains from here. I mean, the view's probably the same from here anyway.
And we are just very lazy. I think when you have your little container like this, you're gonna stay in it. Can we just admire my Hatchapuri socks? Look at how cool they are. I'm mentioning them again. Yeah, we're lazy.
I don't think I'll get a job here in the mountains. Let me put it back in. This was actually a piece that was already chopped.
All for the content.
All for the content. But I love it how they chop their own wood. Everything. There's a lot of agriculture here. I think there's about 4,000 people that live in, do you hear the cow? Kazbegi.
Stepantsminster, if you're going to be
yeah,
correct.
The name changed recently, actually, I think, or maybe not so recently. But we can call it both. And it's really local. Hoping later we can go there. They said the weather's great, so fingers crossed we can have a campfire this evening. So we'll go get some snacks, walk to town and get some food. I just noticed we even have a vending machine. So you've got the local life in some places, but here you've got all these modern amenities and a PlayStation.
This is how you know you're living in a village. Look at this.
Mountain cows.
Oh my god, he's got like dribble coming out of his nose. Don't be so disgusting. You're very cute.
This is what I was saying, just how local it is. Cows in the middle of the road. It really is local life. You can get varied accommodation like what we've got. You can get these sort of fancy tiny houses that are still very, very affordable in this part of the country. And then you've got tiny little guest houses as well that you can stay in. So it's great to just come here and help the local economy, because tourism really has helped it, but most of the locals, if they haven't got a job in tourism, they're struggling. Yeah. Just walking down the street, crossing the road.
Welcome to the centre of Kazbegi, only a 5-minute walk from where the cows were congregating, and it's much busier and different to what I expected.
It's more built up.
It's definitely built up. You even have a spa, the supermarket, loads of restaurants. Unfortunately, because of the season, a lot of the restaurants are not open, so I think we're going to have to look for a restaurant in a hotel. But we are still on the Georgian military highway. It just shows you how long this road is. I definitely recommend, if you're going to stay somewhere here, stay further up. This road's very busy, it's different.
There comes another one.
Difficult to cross and full of trucks.
Gamajos.
Of course, a big old table.
That was a long reach. It actually was a long walk. We've come to the top of the hill. We were recommended this place because a lot of the small, like traditional guest houses where we wanted to eat are unfortunately closed because it's not peak season. We've come into rooms, hotel and restaurant. I think this is like where everyone in Kazbegi is today. It is absolutely packed. It's not quite what I expected. I'm not sure I like it too much. I mean, the views of the mountains, incredible, but the fact that there's like a big 4 or 5 star hotel in a place that's sort of meant to be a quaint little village. I don't know, if the food's good and the beer's good.
Things always progress though, don't they?
Exactly. I like the fact that at least it's out of the town.
Oh my god, your Hatchapuri socks in full show.
Repping the Hatchapuri socks. We're getting, luckily they did do some traditional dishes. I'm getting lobiani, which is like the stuffed pastry with beans, and Molly is getting ajap sandali, which I like to call the Georgian curry.
This looks so good, you're going to have a slice.
Oh my god, do you want me to try it right now?
Go on, go ahead.
We haven't had lobiani since the very first day, have we?
Nope, this comes more like a lobiani pizza.
Oh my god.
I want it to be hot because it's so cold right now.
So nice. The Georgian spices are completely different to any spice you'll ever taste. It's literally like bean smash, which I know doesn't sound good, the softest pastry. It's boiling hot, perfect for cold weather in front of a snowy mountain.
The best combination, mixing the ajap sandali with the lobiani. Look at that.
That's probably not normal. That was pretty good. I'm I'm kind of
better than I
pleased we
thought it
went
was gonna
there.
be.
Yeah, I mean the food was definitely worth it. It cost us £13, which I think is pretty good for considering it was a huge hotel. But we did the cold walk back to our hotel where they have actually set up
a campfire.
So this is actually a tradition if the weather is good. The weather shouldn't be like this right now. It should be snowy, stormy, foggy. We had bright sunshine, blue sky, clear sky, which means it's a perfect evening for a little campfire.
I have a rocking barrel chair. We also went to the shop. We got some beers, we got some snacks, we got some hot chocolate. I mean, this is perfect. What more could you want from a village mountain in Georgia? This is actually a Kazbegi beer, and it's pretty good.
We've almost tried every one in Georgia.
Cheers.
Damajos.
My wood chopping earlier did not go. Oh, that was close to waste.
I don't think you're meant to do it like that.
Good morning. Did you stay there all night? Yes, you did. Good girl.
Good morning from Kazbegi, Georgia. It is bitterly cold. Let me just put my hot chocolate down. Got hot chocolate all around my mouth. We slept so well. Look at the mountain this morning. It is beautiful up here. That was really nice to be able to sit around the campfire, have a couple of beers, have some snacks, have some hot chocolate, and just shush. The dog stayed here all last night. It's the cutest dog. It's followed us around. It has literally made our time here, but we only had a day, unfortunately, because we need to get home and plans changed. We had a day. We had other things that we planned to do. We were going to go to Juta. We're going to go up to the church, but we still really enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Highly recommend. The cows are off. Highly recommend coming up here, stopping on the Georgia Military Highway. Definitely at the Georgia-Russia Friendship Monument. Really interested in the mountains. The Caucasus Mountains are just insane. Honestly, you're basically getting Switzerland, you're getting the Dolomites for a fraction of the price, and I can't believe we're only a few kilometers from the Russia border, but it is now our last day. We do have one more thing to do before we get home and leave the country, so we will see you in the next one for that.
And we're gonna miss this little one.
Oh, we are. You're cute. So cute.